At the time that I'm recording this video, look, I've had a very tiring yesterday. I've not even slept as much, but I believe that now is the time for me to record this. In fact, I already planned a set of my new recordings for a certain date, scheduled for a certain date. But I'm choosing to do this, depending, you may be watching this 2 years from when I'm recording this, 5 years. This is an evergreen video, so it will be relevant at least as long as this show is relevant in Nigeria. But I'm choosing to record this because I'm seeing a lot of talk all over the internet and very little lessons being learned. And wisdom is acquired when you can look at a situation and say, what can I do better next time? My name is SAGENEL. I speak on everything love, relationship, marriage, family life. If you take out time to go through my YouTube channel, you are going to see all of the content that I put together is regarding and around family life. I help women and even men as well, but especially women, meet and marry their husbands. And you can learn all about that via clicking the links that are going to be in the description to learn all of the work about all the work that I do. You can get me on Instagram at sage_nel to book a session with me and everything in between. Do not forget to drop your comments on this and also share with someone. Some people are not comment droppers, but you want to make sure that we are sharing this as far as wide as possible so that people can learn. You see, one of the best things we can do for ourselves as youth is not just to read trends and talk about them and gist about it and make it trend one more time. To avoid that situation from happening again, especially for those who care to live a meaningful life, you have got to say, what can we learn so we can do better? Just like you've seen in the title, I'm speaking on 5 reasons why relationships in the Big Brother house fail, or why BBNAIJA relationship fail, or however it is we're going to title it. 5 reasons on why relationships generally have not worked out on BBNAIJA. I'm not going to talk about reality TV as a whole. I can do a different video on that, but this is exclusive to BBNAIJA. Now, at the time that I'm recording this, there's a lot of discussion on couples, on different couples. This is not a case study of a particular couple, because I chose to do this video. I've been watching BBNAIJA actively since at least 2017. I chose to do this video because it's almost a trend. You see that, oh, one ship is almost picking up, is not, and then is not, in all land, the ship never came to shore. He never reached the destination. The people never reached their destination, or the ship never got to its destination. So the point of what I'm trying to say, so I want to share with you why they failed. I also want to acknowledge that there are some relationships that have sailed. The ship have sailed, some even into marriage. Congratulations to them. So this video doesn't mean that relationships will never work in the BBNAIJA house. As a matter of fact, if you take these lessons I'm learning, and this is even especially for existing housemates, past housemates, and new ones, I think this video is especially relevant for housemates that are going to enter into the show whatever time. That's why I say it's evergreen, as long as the show is relevant, even beyond. I think it's the principles I'll share are principles you can use in your relationship. I always share principles you can use in your relationship, whether it's out in BBNAIJA or outside. So this is I'm trying to say, this is not to say, because some people are, oh, if you say this is what it means. This title and this conversation is not to say relationships will never work out. As a matter of fact, even ships that you think will never sail, if they work on themselves and work on developing their weaknesses and their spaces of ignorance, they are going to become better people for it, because we are all growing daily. But the question is, you cannot become a better person when you don't even acknowledge or pick a part where you think that you need help. So a lot of people are saying things at this time about different ships, and even saying things as much as one ship should not sail. Hey, this ship, let's not talk about it. It must break. I don't think that people should go around just not wanting couples to come together to get married. I think that the point of not wanting a girl or even a guy to be in a wrong relationship is valid. However, beyond destroying things, let's always look at, and this is the mentality I'm coming from, how can these people be better people? If they are better people, are they going to bring better outcomes? Yes, the answer is yes. Let's get right into it. Number one of the reasons why Big Brother Naija relationship fails is there's usually no investigation into the past of their lovers. Yes, I have to look at my notes because I literally had to write out notes. So if you see me looking down, I'm getting my point and then I will expatiate to you because it's a serious matter to me. It was that deep that, I created a curriculum for it. No investigation into the past of their lovers. We've seen this time and time again, and when something is not done differently, you cannot expect a different result. Or if you continue to do something in a certain way and expect a different result, it's literally insanity. The point of what I'm saying is this no investigation into the past of the lover. Many people come into Big Brother Naija house, and because the organizers are smart, they're going to bring men and women, ladies and lads that are attractive, young. They have the way they will pick it, that there's no way that there will be no ship in a season, even if the ship is weak, or if the ship has broken, or if the ship will never sail. But the way they pick them, they are very intentional that there's going to be some level of attraction ahead of that. As a person who is a counselor, by the way, which I didn't even share with you. I'm actually a trained counselor who is very, very intrigued by psychology and even medicine. I understand this is part of the plan. So when people say come on, so I say, me, I'm not shipping. No, you are failed on arrival, because the strategy of that football match, you being a player in it, already has set you up in a way that you will be attracted to somebody. Now, whether you're going to have self-control and say, oh, I won't do this, that one is up to you. But that you will not be attracted to somebody, no. You are a player in the strategic game that has been planned by the organizers. They know what they're doing. So when you're on stage next time, in case you are a person that's going to enter into the Big Brother Naija house watching this, don't never say never should be a watcher. Don't say, I will not do this, I will not, until you get in there and you say you are a player, and literally the strategy is always going to work out as these people play, as these people strategize it most times. So get into investigation. Because I'm a bit tired, but hey, we must do this. We have to do this and put it out as early as possible. Get into the investigation of your current lover. Ask about their lives. You can't just come and when I say ask about them, I'm not saying it's not only about, so in 2000 and this the award I won. Yeah, those things are nice. Past relationship. So what does relationship mean to you? So where were your ex? So what is your perspective on sex? And if you know my stand, sex is for marriage. Marriage o'clock is when you're supposed to have sex. Talk about talk about what sex means to both you and the person. Ask numerous questions. A lot of these questions I put together for couples in a bundle. You can buy it. If you know no question, that's okay. That's why SAGENEL is here. You cannot know everything. That's why we have experts. Say, SAGENEL, look, I don't know the questions to ask this person I'm in a relationship with. How can you help? Buy the bundle and get the questions going. But there are questions, and I put this together because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people think that, when they just see an attractive person and they think that they see an attractive person and they believe that, okay, this person is nice, will be great for me, let's just vibe. They think that things are going to go forward. No, things are not going to go forward. And even some of the fights that couples have that we see on screen, coming from a place of ignorance, it doesn't mean that those who have knowledge do not have disagreements. But take out time in investigating. Don't let it be that, oh, people will not come out of the house, not be hearing gist. You tell, if you are interested in the person, tell the person a story, the story of your past or whatnot, even if it was bad. So the story of your past cannot be all good. That's by the way. But if you say you want to come in for the social experiment of Big Brother Naija, be ready to say some things on air and to explain yourself, because in this day and age self, one way or the other is going to come out, especially if you ride on that platform of Big Brother Naija. And I can't explain all of that here right now because that's not the focus of this. So many times I see people come on the show and say, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Girl, guy, you already signed up for your life to be talked about when you say I'm applying to go for Big Brother Naija. So yes, you may not now say, and this is how I brush my teeth in the morning, and you want to be discreet about some things, but there are some things, especially if you are loving and shipping on somebody, that it cannot be secrets, because somehow, some way, to find its way to public if you do not own the narrative. But this owning the narrative, I must say, is not a manipulative way. It's not to say, this is what I've done, let me quickly tell this person my own side of the story and lie, so that when he or she comes out, they will say, she told me, or she told me everything. So you guys talk about that. Talk about that. I'm emphasizing this point number one because just the past of a person, understanding the past of a person, is going to help you know if that is where you still want to be at this particular time. And there are a series of questions about that. I'm not taking those questions here. If you need it, contact me. You get the bundle and you are good to go. Whether you're on BBNAIJA or not, you need those questions because people don't even know what to ask. They go to a conversation, say, how are you? Are you fine? I'm fine. Are you okay? I'm okay. Okay, let's eat. Nobody's even asking deep questions anymore, and that is a problem and a reason why any relationship will fail self, not just BBNAIJA relationship. And the number two is coming as an offshoot of number one, which is no critical questions asked. All is vibes and feelings. For some people, it's just vibes and feelings until maybe something happens, then they start asking questions, accidental questions. That's what I call it, accidental questions. Not questions that were intentional from the beginning. Look, if you're going to get into a space like Big Brother Naija, you are young, you are single, you are not married, you have to prepare intentionally. And like I've dealt with the strategy part of the organizer, so never go they say, no, my boyfriend is at home, my son. Look, the way the game has been set up, you have to be a thorough person of discipline and deep self-awareness who have built his or herself to get into that place and not even have a fling. And you are not married. I'm not talking about you are married now. That one is enough commitment to hold you. But you are not even married. You have to be 200% of self-awareness, because the way it has been set up, I've said this, you are the player in the football pitch. It is set up for you to have that kind of attraction. Look at the things they put now. Pool party, whatnot. I don't need to get into it now. So what I'm saying is that you're going in as an individual, or even an individual here now, whether it be BBNAIJA relationship or not, there are a set of critical questions you should always have and should always ask. So one of it I'm going to share is also, why are we doing this? Even if you get into a ship or you want to get into it, what is our why? What is our focus? Some of these things should be discussed. And it's quick for a person to say, marriage, I just want to get married. But beyond that, beyond that, if you did not see me or if you did not get me, who else would you have wanted? What kind of person were you looking for before now? Do you want to say, oh, you don't want to get into a relationship before now? There are a lot of questions to ask. What is your view of what marriage should be? What are the roles of the partners in marriage? All of these things matter. How do you see this? How do you see that? It will avoid all this. You're disrespecting me. You're not respecting me. So when you now know and you've asked all this question, and like the Pastor Bimbo, blessed memory, will say, courtship is a time for interview, not intercourse. When some of these things you know and you continue to know, then you continue to know if this is the person you want to spend your life with. Because just like they say the person will say there's this quote out there, I don't know the original author, please. It says, to know you is to love you. Because the fact of the matter is, you cannot love who you don't truly know. As people say, I love you to people out there. You can't really love who you don't know. You see, many times those love you change when a person comes close to that person and they see certain things that they're like, don't love you as much as I used to. So you want to make sure those critical questions I've shared. If you need that, get me, send me a message, and let's move forward. It's not about vibes and feelings. Many people are saying, oh, it's vibes, I'm just vibes. This one, I digress, but I have to say, as much as you're getting into a social experiment because you want to launch out in a certain part of your career, you want to be known because nobody knew you before, you want to make sure that, remember that everything you do is always recorded, and there are certain things that, I know people say, oh, we grow from mistake, but there are certain things that you know now, don't lie, but you want to do it by, for all these vibes and feelings things, it shouldn't be associated with you. And could it be one of the reasons why maybe sometimes people are wondering, do I want to get married to people in BBNAIJA house? I'm just asking, particularly the women. It's a good question to consider, because some people, these are the kind of, they just carry this surface level thing of, oh, his vibes, his feeling is about the cash, and those things are important because the guys also do it. But I'm saying, we want to make sure that we are positioned. And when I say women, me, I'm particularly sent especially to women, okay? So you want to make sure that you are carrying much more depth than all these vibes and all these other things that are being shared. The third part is lack of self-awareness and self-pacing in what your tomorrow could be. One of the things that you both should be talking, and one of the things that you both should be doing, is trying to find ways to win tasks, put yourself out there rather than compromising tasks of other people or trying to frustrate other housemates. Put yourself out there, number one, and find out how your tomorrow aligns in real time. This is the third and one of the major reasons why BBNAIJA relationship fail. You find that the girl wants to do this, the guy wants to do this, but this could be solved before it even became a ship by just discussion. I mean, serious, like adults. And somebody will say, no, you can't know it all. One day in the house is like 1,000 days in real life. Hello? These are real-time principles. It transcends, whether it's BBNAIJA house or wherever it is. It doesn't mean so because one day in BBNAIJA house is 1,000 days, looks like 1,000 days in the world. Does it mean it's 1,000 days? No. Does it mean you cannot still ask this question? No. So you want to make sure, and yes, many people come in to say, oh, I'm here to find myself. Then fantastic. Wear your pants. Put your pants on. Put your boxers on. And stay away from each other till you guys have been able to find yourself. And I'm not saying stay away like don't be friends, but can you keep your hands off each other and keep your vibing off each other in that way till you find yourself, to avoid all this drama. Now people say, oh, narrative, people are doing this, people are talking about, but you are the one that caused it for yourself. And that is why I'm doing this video, to share these lessons that we can also learn. So you say, oh, I came to discover myself. Fantastic. Yeah. You don't need to discover yourself with your pants and boxers down. You can also do it with your pants and boxers on. And you get what I'm saying. So do that, and it's okay to be on a journey of self-awareness. I don't think you shouldn't be. It's okay to be attracted to a person because the person is fine. And that is how your house is set up to make you attracted. I've said this. This is really like the 200 million time. But the point of what I'm saying is you must make sure that you are in control so that you do not become a specimen that is just, a talk of town without any depth, for your own good. The fourth reason why Big Brother Naija relationship fails, or relationship in Big Brother Naija house fails, is there's no knowledge of what a relationship should entail. What the content of a relationship. Many people, and I would, depending on when you are watching this, you may have seen that video, but it's part of my scheduled talk for my scheduled shoot day. What is a relationship? I realized that this basic question, I didn't know. I'm like, Big Brother Naija, by the way, is one of the platforms that inspired that, apart from just many other things that I see in my counseling work, because I'm just like that smiling on WhatsApp, like people don't know what a relationship is. And know what a relationship is not by saying I'm an adult, we're feeling each other, I know what I'm feeling. That's not what a relationship is, and I'll define it in the video that you will watch, or is available for you to watch, depending on when you're watching this. You think a relationship is for you and you're ready for a relationship because you are a star. And this is the thing that we should know right now in 2022, as at the time of recording this. Stardom doesn't translate to a healthy, successful relationship. Have you not gotten the memo? It doesn't. Because you are a star, or because you are an athlete, or because you are an actor, or because you are a musician, or even because you're a politician, doesn't mean you know what relationship and marriage is about. Get schooled, that's the point. And statistics are showing you, I don't need to get into all that in this video. If it was, then of course a lot of all these people, you are even a billionaire. No, it means that you know what it is about. So if it was, you know the drill. Like Big Brother Naija, like Big Brother Voice will say, it is, yeah, many will not have as much divorces. So the point of it is, because you are a star, or because you are out there, or because you are loved by your fans, or because you are celebrated, or because you have a bit of money, or even have a bit of talent, doesn't mean you know anything about relationship. So get schooled. And if you're going to get into that kind of show, I would advise you get schooled even before getting in. And that's why I continue to put out my videos out there for those who care to know. I know that will continue to reach the right people by God's grace. So for those who care to know, I put it out there, I do my thing, I put it out there, and it's left for you to pick it up and do the needful, impacting your own life. And if you need me, you know how to reach me. Book a session, let's pick it up from there, or get a package, a bundle, a book, whatever it is you need from me. I'm happy to serve you. But when you don't know what a relationship is about, what it entails, you think it's vibes and sex. A relationship is not made up of vibes and sex, dear. Watch out for what it is made of when that video comes out, or check out for the video at the time you're watching this. It most likely may have been out. The fifth point is a broken self-image, wanting to be repaired by a partner rather than looking up to God, who created you and is the only person that can fix that broken self-image. You see, many people have broken self-images that is not necessarily their fault. Maybe it's absent father, absent mother, even absent parents, or the way they were treated, or they were abused. We know these stories at this time in our world now. Some of the stories are quite mainstream. They make it out, and people are now more comfortable talking about it. Fantastic. Now, it was not your fault. What is your responsibility and what is your part? Your responsibility and your part is to recognize that you have a brokenness on the inside of you and work on it. So as long as you're in BBNAIJA, especially this is a BBNAIJA inspired video, even though it's not only BBNAIJA people that can learn from it, you want to make sure that you are so everybody's an adult. That's where I was going to. At least you can't be less than 18. In fact, nowadays they leave it to 21. Anyways, depending on the season, because it can change tomorrow, but you can't. It's rated 18 basically. It means to an extent you have come to consciousness of your mind and your being. Before you get into a show like that, you have to be conscious to sign up, or however it is done, record your video to get into a show like that. So you are an adult. If you are an adult and you can audition for Big Brother Naija, surely you can find out, and you can go through therapy, and you can go through the work of what is going to take to work on the broken part of you. Now, coming to Big Brother Naija for some people helps them see that, and it helps them to now say, this is a part that is lacking that I didn't know. I will work on it. Fantastic. But you shouldn't come to Big Brother Naija and just be surprised at yourself. No sense of self-awareness. Just like, this was me. This is me. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Can it help you discover new aspects of yourself? Absolutely. Why not? But it shouldn't come. People that should not be the show that will help you discover all parts of yourself. You don't even have any awareness. No, you should. If you can audition, surely you can take responsibility. And watching videos like this and other content that I share, and even people who are committed to transformational growth, is a key way that you can do that. You should do that. Many people invest a lot of time in just entertainment, and it's good. Don't get it wrong. These skit makers in Nigeria, our country, they're doing amazing. They make us laugh. They're doing fantastic work on creating their own quota. But you want to understand, that life is made up of, and growing in life is made up of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, at least one of the key components, and you must continue to seek that. It's your responsibility. Nobody is going to come and shove it down your throat. So look for YouTube channels that do this. They're all out there. Look at this YouTube channel, for instance. Look for books, look for mentors, look for coaches. I help to coach people alongside counseling from moving from where they are to where they ought to be. The question is, all of these people are out there. I am out here. Are you seeking such people? And the bonus point as we round up is hastiness in commitment without investment in effective communication. Hastiness in commitment without investment in communication. Many times there's a lot of hastiness in wanting to be. This is a good time, by the way, to like this video already and subscribe. I'm sure you're loving it, because I am. All right, so there's a lot of hastiness in getting into a ship because of especially the broken self-image of the fifth part. Do not forget, this is a bonus part that people need to work on. So they're hasty. And let me tell you something. Two people can be attracted in the house and not build a ship. They can build friendship. And outside the house, it can grow into something stronger. So for me, I'm not all, because I've told you this thing, that the strategy, the way it has been built, I'm not all for coming to the house and sit down by yourself, or girls sit down with girls, boys sit down with, it won't even work because of the way it has been set up. I've said this over and over again, except you have like 200 levels self-awareness and investment and even identity. But what I'm saying is, you can be friends with a person without pulling your pants. I've said all of these things. I'm not going to repeat it. But many people get into sex, get into bed, get into extra commitment, even get into, promising each other marriage. And this is not to any particular city. So don't say, oh, this is the name of the... You can see I didn't call any name because this cuts across. I told you I've been watching this since 2017. This cuts across different seasons. It's not in the season that is not this. It's not the level up season. Want somebody to, in another season, somebody say, well, I will carry your baby. If you know who, you know who. Comment in the comment section. Today, they are not together. At the time I'm recording this, I'm not saying they can't come together. So I like to say at the time, because nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. If they develop themselves now, they probably come together. Today, they're not together again. So like I said, share the comments if you know who I'm talking about in previous season. I don't even know this season. See, look, I can't remember the theme. So what I'm trying to say, because I need to wrap this up now, is hastiness in commitment. Take out time to be friends. I will also do another video on friendship. Take out time to be friends. Find out things about each other. Do points number 1 to number 5. Don't get into commitment. Don't get into a lot of aggressive intimacy with a person you don't even know. Then you will not come out and say, your something is small, your P is small, your T is small. Like, what is all this embarrassment? Why? Why will you people come out to, but you, because this happens and people start abusing themselves, that their inner parts are not, even though they enjoyed it in the moment, but all of a sudden it's no longer sweet and nice because of the fight they're having, because there was hastiness in commitment before effective communication. If you guys communicated with some of these things I've shared, you would not need to go into that kind of commitment, because you will see that it's not working, or you see that it's not time. I will reiterate this again. The best time to open up your body to anybody, whether you're a man or woman, is in marriage. There's no other commitment apart from that. And there's no there's no pre-commitment, post. No. It is marriage or not. It's not that complicated. If you are doing things as a girl or a guy without marriage, is you choosing to devalue yourself. Because in my view, if you value yourself strong enough, you would allow a person to make that commitment, because you are worth it. You are worth that commitment. Don't allow anybody toss you to and fro in the name of vibes and feelings. You are not a mannequin. You are not a specimen. You are not there's another word I'm looking for. Basically, you are not a test lab rat. Okay? Sisters, brothers, especially my sisters, because I'm especially sent out to women, we can do better. And I hope that with this video, you have been convinced thoroughly on why BBNAIJA relationship fails, or why relationship in the Big Brother Naija house fails. Let me know your comments. Let me know questions that you have. Let me know your highlights from this, the most important points you got, and let me know that you have already shared this with at least 2 people. I am SAGENEL. You can reach out to me. You can www.sagenel.com, or every other way. Check the description to learn more about me. I'm a therapist, counselor, to speak about everything family life, and especially help women and men to meet and marry their partner. I'll see you in the next video. You can see me in previous videos that you have missed. Have a fantastic one.